So, hello, everyone. Welcome back to the Saying Yes Again podcast. So, today, Tony and I have the joy and the pleasure of sharing a love story that proves, like we always say, it's never too late. Welcome to Saying Yes Again,
a podcast about second chances, real love, and opening your heart after heartbreak.
We're your hosts, Dr. Lisa
and Tony,
a midlife couple who found love after divorce. And now we're here to share our story.
And to remind you that it's never too late to say yes again.
So put on your headphones and listen closely, because your next yes could be the one that changes everything. So we're joined by a couple whose chance meeting, and you want to go grab your popcorn for this story. This chance meeting blossomed into a viral sensation and a marriage that's thriving. So let's introduce the lovely couple, honey.
Yes. William is a Navy veteran with a quiet disposition and somewhat of an introverted nature. He loves adventure, travel, and making the most of life experiences. Beneath his calm exterior is a fun-loving spirit that is always ready for the next adventure.
Yes, and Constance, his lovely wife, is definitely the extrovert. She has a strength for reading the room, observing, and taking everything in. She is known for her larger-than-life personality that loves life, laughter, and love itself, and believes that every day is an opportunity to create meaningful memories. So, Constance and William DelToro are not only successful in love, but also partner in the companies Hold My Luggage Cruise Lines and Air Pass Connection, the Luggage Hub. So, welcome, Constance and William, to the Saying Yes Again podcast.
Welcome.
Oh my God, we're so happy to be here.
Yeah, we could not wait to interview you guys and to share this beautiful, beautiful, beautiful love story.
Yes, magical love story.
Yes.
Magical.
So we're going to just start from the beginning. You know, when I heard your love story, I thought, okay, how? Like how, why, like all the pieces, all the things go together.
Oh, yes.
So take us back to that moment when you met by chance and just share with us your love story.
Well, I think the beginning would be when I went to the airport that morning. I was not supposed to be there. My son woke up that morning. He was supposed to go to work. He was on the schedule, and he just came to my room and was like, "I don't feel good." I'm like, "What?" But earlier that morning, I just had this overwhelming sensation that I was going to meet my husband today. And I'm like, huh? I'm gonna meet my husband today. Like, what? Why do I feel like this? And that morning, I got up, I got dressed. I wasn't even mad at my son. Like, man, you can't go. What? But I just went like excited for the day. And I did something very unusual that morning. And I went and knocked on my sister's door downstairs. And I said, "Hey," and she kind of cranky in the morning. In the morning, like, "Hey, I'm gonna meet my husband today." She's like, "What? Girl, if you don't get out of here. What?" Like, "I'm gonna meet my husband today." And that morning, going to work, I just kept on having this feeling like, what is this feeling that I have? And sure enough, when I got to the counter that morning, it was a normal day. And it was just the normal bags in, bags out, people checking in, filling out claim tickets. And then when he walked up, I was like, "Hello, Silver Fox." Was stunning to me. He had this baseball cap on. He had these gray hairs peeking out. He had this goatee. He was not the height that I, thought of. I was like, "Oh, he's kind of short, but that's okay." But I was like, He's really strikingly handsome to me," and it just happened like that. So that was the initial meet.
Yes.
That was the initial chance meeting.
I could let him tell his
Yeah,
side.
no, I was totally smitten as soon as I saw her. I had just come off of a short vacation. I was supposed to meet somebody in Santo Domingo, and it didn't happen. We never connected, and it was like I was kind of down in the dumps, and I don't know why, but when I booked my flights, I said, let me save some money and do a layover and on the way back. So I had done this like 2 or 3 weeks before, the layover. I had no idea any of this was going to happen. So here I am coming off of kind of a dreary a vacation that didn't go the way I planned it to go. And I'm dragging my backpack and a box full of liquor because I had promised my buddies that I'd bring them back a couple bottles, Dominican rum, whatever. And, I wanted to go visit a Carlo Bakery about 15 minutes away from the airport. And because my daughter works for Buddy the cake boss, and let me
Okay.
go eat a cannoli and take a selfie and send it to my daughter, tell her I saw her store out there, So
Yeah.
I'm looking for a place to leave my luggage so I don't have to drag this stuff all over Orlando, And all these people, I'm sure that they were her little angels guiding me through the airport, telling me, yeah, go downstairs. There's a place where you can leave your luggage. Go downstairs. And the cleaning people and the people, I guess they knew her, they knew her and
Of
would
course.
her in the morning and everything.
Yeah, I knew everybody in the airport.
So slowly I made my way down. And it's not a small airport. It's a pretty big size airport, Orlando International. And when I finally made it to the counter, wow, I was like, "Ooh, is this beautiful woman behind this counter? Oh my gosh, she is."
Oh,
And, and we struck up a small conversation. I told her I needed to leave my bags and because I was going to go, over to the mall. And then we talked a little bit about my daughter. She talked a little bit about her daughter. I talked a little bit about, losing my mom. She
Yeah,
told
we
me
just went into this conversation about
she told
everything.
me she just lost her
Oh,
husband, and we had
amazing.
a few
Wow.
things in common. But she was real busy,
Mhm.
She was getting phone calls, and she was busy.
Yes.
So even though the conversation was great, it was engaging. I had to break off because I felt, oh, this is a working woman. She's a very busy woman. So I I kind
So
of
he went on.
I went on. I took off. I went to the mall.
Right. So
You know,
then I'm
mm,
going to interject.
mm,
So he's gone for the day. The day is going on, and I usually ask customers when time they're coming back so I can remind them, hey, don't miss your flight. But I didn't do
Yes.
that with him. So he goes on off, and it's getting late, and we close at 8. And around 7, I looked at his bags and I went, where's this guy at? I wonder what time his flight is. As soon as I thought that, he called, hey, I got on the wrong bus. Da, 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 da. I'm running late. I said, okay. What time's your flight? 7:30. I'm like, you're never gonna make it. It's 7 o'clock. And I gotta try. I gotta get back home. So I said, okay. He was the last customer. So I grabbed his bags. I left my counter and I went running. Because I said, where are you? He said he's by the Delta. So Delta is like the opposite direction of us. So I
Okay.
went running with his bag down. And he said he saw me running. And
I
he was
said,
like,
oh my God, there's my angel here to rescue me.
so anyway, I
Yeah.
grabbed his, I said, come on. He says, well, I said, do you have TSA? Do you have clear? What's that? I went, oh my God. I said, come on up, let's go upstairs. I saw that line for
It was a
security.
big line.
Yes.
You're not gonna
That
make
It
it.
was
that's
like
it.
a football
You're not gonna
stadium
make it. He said,
line.
well, I gotta try. So then he went off and then he came back and gave me a kiss on my cheek, y'all.
Oh,
Yeah.
Wow.
And said, call me. You got my number. And I went, oh,
Yeah, right before I
okay.
left her, I turned,
Yeah.
I grabbed my stuff and I was going to walk away. I actually was going to walk away,
Then he
but I
Yes.
turned back
decided to
around.
turn around and I told her, you're so beautiful. Thank you so much. I appreciate everything you did for me. And then I gave her a little hug and a kiss on the cheek and I said, call me. You have my number.
Yeah.
And then
Oh,
I,
But
yes.
then I turned around and I said to my guardian angels, do not let him get on that plane.
Oh,
He's going to take me to dinner tonight.
because you said you were going to meet your husband.
I said,
yes.
"He's my husband." And I just had a feel. Now I totally forgot about that. I said that this morning.
Right,
That
Okay.
morning. But I was like, do not let him get on the plane. And I was so adamant. He's going to take me to dinner tonight. I just knew it. I knew it. So I went back to
Yes.
my counter, and usually I'll pack up and I leave. Now it's
Okay.
on 7:45. I waited to 7:50. I said, let me call this man because I know he didn't get on
Yeah.
that plane.
I made it to the front of the line because I grabbed one of the TSA supervisors and they put me in front of the line. But there
Okay.
was only one couple in front of me. And
They didn't let
I
him get
think they
through.
were her angels too because they
They
were taking
probably
photos.
were. They
And
probably were.
they were looking at me like, what are you trying to butt in front of me? What's your problem? And I'm trying to make my flight. And finally, I got through TSA, and then I had to
Yeah.
take a tram over to my terminal where the
Okay.
plane was. And by the time, I had this big bag full of liquor, I couldn't run with that. I was going to break the bottles. So I
Yes.
was walking as fast as I could. And when I finally got to the gate, the cleaning lady was there, the only one there. And she turned to me and she says, you just missed, they just closed that door not even a minute ago. She
Right.
says, you just missed your flight. They're not going to
Wow.
open that door again.
So
Wow.
I
Oh,
called
no.
him at 7:50 and I was like, so did you make your flight? And I said, oh, he said, but I got to try to get home. I said, what? Oh, okay. He says, I need to find a ticket. I said, I'll find you one. So I went on my little computer. I saw one for 169. I said, oh, he cheap. He'll probably buy that one. Let me go on and buy this. And I found one for 469. I was like, oh, there's one for 469. And it leaves at 9. I'm sure you can take that. Oh no, that's just a little too much. I said, oh, well, why don't you just take me to dinner tonight? He went, okay.
Oh, yes. There you go.
We went to the Macaroni Grill. We
Yeah.
talked there until it closed at
Yeah.
10.
We talked.
He said, I gotta find a hotel. I said, oh, I can help you find a hotel. We found La Quinta close by to the airport. I
Uh-huh.
said, I'll drive you. Now, I usually don't do this, y'all, but I did it. I drove him over there and I saw this cute little restaurant next to the hotel.
Little
I said,
Yes.
lounge.
oh, let's go grab a drink over there. We talked all night there.
We
And
closed that place
then we
down.
closed that place down. And
We ended up talking in
we
the
ended up
parking lot.
talking in the parking lot in the car till 1 in the
So,
morning.
it was.
But this is the
Oh,
kicker. I
amazing.
told him, and this is what I always tell and I advise ladies. Men are not mind readers, right? You got to
True.
tell them what you want.
That is true.
Exactly.
You got to tell them because they clueless,
Mm.
okay? So I said, listen, I don't know you that well, but I really like you. And I don't know why I'm saying this, but this is what I really want. I say, eventually want a ring on my finger because even though I was in a tumultuous marriage for 25 years, I did like the protection of marriage. And because I'm out here dating and all willy-nilly, and it's crazy out here. I don't want to be this in this soup, you know? And then I said, I want eventually a ring on my finger. I don't want to be a one night stand. I don't want to be a mistress. I don't want to be a side chick. I
Mm.
want to have my own. Okay.
Yes.
And
Yes.
he listened because 3
I took
days.
notes.
Yeah, he took notes.
Took
Well,
notes?
we conversed for 3 days straight, 24 hours.
Yeah, we did.
He was an
Awesome.
inspector, quality inspector at his job, so a very, really high role there. But every time I text him, boom, he texts back.
Text you
If
right
he was
back.
busy, he texts back. I'll call you in a
Yes.
minute. I'm in a meeting.
Yeah.
I was like, whoa, this guy is so attentive. Women like that.
Yes.
Yes.
Don't ghost us, you know?
Yes.
Don't wait and we're gonna give him a little space because she seemed like she's spoiled. What? Yes, I am. Spoil me with your attention, right?
Yes.
He did. He did. So 3 days later, we were really, really talking, and we were really into each other, and talking day and night at night on the phone, falling asleep on the phone with each other, FaceTiming.
Mm.
I just felt really close to him. So now it's time for me to go to Boston.
Okay.
And my daughter is up there doing something with school. She was in a 5-week program to see if she wanted to go to this college. And she wanted me to come and hear her perform. I said, Aria, I don't have time to come up there and just fly off. Go hear you perform one song? What? I said, Mommy, please. And I'm like, oh, Lord. So I told William, I said, listen, I got to go up to Boston. I'll be back, and he's like, oh, really? I said, yeah, my daughter's in school and all that. And meantime, I told Aria about him, right? So I'm like,
Mm.
Aria,
Yeah.
I'm in love. I found this man. She's like, Mom, really? Already? It's like, only been 3 days, you know?
That's them girls for you.
And
Yes.
I said, Aria, I just know. And she's like, okay, Mom, you know what you're doing. And so I get on the plane and I basically think to myself, well, you know what? I might not survive this plane ride. Planes go down and my life is in somebody else's hands. So I text him and I said, hey, I'm on the plane and I just want you to know I love you. And I shut my phone off. I survived, y'all.
You
Turned the phone back on, and I said, "Oh God, did I scare this man away?" And sure enough, he was like, "I love you too."
Oh,
Yeah,
oh,
it was a
awesome.
Thursday at that
4
point.
days, y'all.
It
4 days in.
4
that was
days.
Thursday, and it was like around what time is your flight? Like 11 or something like that.
Yeah.
And as soon as I got that text, I said, "Oh
Bet.
no, oh no." I said, I have to do something to close this deal.
Deal.
I have. So you know what?
Close the deal.
So I called my boss and I said, "Hey, I need a half a day tomorrow because I have a family emergency, you know." And I went ahead and called the airline. I got a
Emergency call
flight.
love.
I got a flight the next day on Friday to go to Boston.
Now, I didn't know none of this.
I
No.
went in my life, would I ever do something as crazy as that? That was crazy. I went and got a flight to Boston. I didn't tell her about it because she was already on the flight, and that evening I didn't tell her either. And I got the flight, and I went home, and I got on OfferUp. I found a ring some
Wow.
guy was selling. He like posted it the day before. I guess his
Awesome.
relationship went sour. It's a nice little ring, it's a little gold 14 karat with the Tiffany settings, like a quarter carat, something like that. But and I made it happen. I went to work the next day and I put my car in the gated parking lot. I walked over to the airport, got on a plane, went to Boston.
Now, mind you, he's like, "Hey, so how you and your daughter doing?" I said, "Oh, we having a great time." He said, "What y'all doing today?" I said, "Oh, I'm gonna take her and her friends out to lunch. They, they're gonna be missing each other. She made some really solid friendships, and I'm just gonna treat them to lunch at an Indian place. They want to go to an Indian place."
So what I did was I Googled all the Indian places closest to the university.
Yeah.
And I said, "Oh,
You ain't gonna track her down.
And then he made the mistake of saying, "Oh, so y'all went to you going to Mumbai Spice?" And I went, "Wait, did I tell him the name? I don't think I even know the name." But it is, me, it just went over my head. I'm like, "Yeah, we're actually here at Mumbai Spice." Yeah.
Yeah, my little military reconnaissance skills came in.
I love it.
So he's outside of the restaurant, which I didn't know this. And there's some lattices that he's watching us. Okay. And all of a sudden he sends me this poem he writes on the plane.
Oh,
And I'm just like,
beautiful.
Oh,
Beautiful.
I know poems are
Oh.
write me a poem, Aria. And I'm reading the poem, and in its clues about how he might be found in the area, and it's
Okay.
going over my head. All I'm just thinking, this man wrote me a poem. What? And Aria's like, "Yeah, my mom's in love. Yeah." And they're like, "Oh, okay." And then all of a sudden,
she didn't get the hints in the poem. So I said, "Oh, I gotta step up my game." So I went in the restaurant. I went in the restaurant and sat at the bar,
Yes.
which like very close to where she was. It was just some sliding glass doors. So I kind of like
Yes.
faced this way,
right.
I told the waitress, I told her, "Hey, can you do me a favor and go bring a rum and coke?" Because that's what she drank at the Macaroni Grill. Can you bring this rum and coke over to that woman? You see the woman with all those kids over there, that beautiful woman? Take it to her and give it to her.
So the lady comes.
Tell her it's from the guy at the bar.
So the lady comes and said, "Hey, this guy at the bar, and that rum and coke
Here I
looks
am,
good. It looks so good. Oh my God, it was full to the brim too." And I was like, "Man," he said, "this guy at the bar gave you this drink." And I went, and they were like, "Ooh, Miss Serrano." And I'm like,
Oh, yeah.
"Guys, no. You do not accept any." And I'm trying to give them this life lesson about
Yes.
guy at no bar. Matter of fact, I'm taking this back. And they're like, "No, Miss Serrano, just drink it." And Ari's like, "Mom, just drink it." I'm like, "No, I'm in love. I'm going to take this back to the guy in there and tell him I don't want it." So I get up and I walk in there, and then all of a sudden William turns around. I went, "Oh." And then all of a sudden Aria comes. I was like, "Aria," look. She's like, "William?" I love my mom. So he takes me outside.
Yeah.
He sits me down. I'm just like, "What are you doing here?" And he pulls out a ring, y'all. And I went, "Oh." And he goes, "Don't worry. This is not a proposal, and this is not an engagement." And he opens it up. And he said, "This is a promise that I'm going to chase you around the world."
Oh, I love it.
like,
I
what movie
love
am
it.
I in? What is this? And
Yeah.
the rest is history. We dated.
Oh.
It was like a blur because we were like, I think we dated for a couple of months, and then he was like, he said, when we gonna get married? And I'm like, what? We didn't even have a formal proposal. He was just like, we're gonna get married, you know?
Married.
And I'm like, what date? We figuring out the date we're gonna get married. And then all of a sudden I was like, babe, aren't we doing this backwards? Should you propose to me? And then we
Propose?
could, you know? So then he took me
So I
to
took her out for a
Why
drive.
does
a
this sound
drive. I didn't
familiar?
I
know
know.
this.
She finally came down to Miami. And
Yeah.
we were in Miami at my home in Miami, and I took her out to
Oh my God, it was
the
beautiful.
causeway on Biscayne Bay, the causeway.
Okay.
To they have what is it? It's South Beach.
Yeah, South Beach.
out there.
You can see the whole Miami line.
Yeah.
Oh, wow. Beautiful.
Oh, that's
So on the
beautiful.
way back of taking the drive out to the causeway, on the top of the causeway, it was really windy, but it has a beautiful view of the Miami skyline.
And that's when
Mm.
So I stopped the car and it has a nice shoulder there, so it's nice and safe. And I took her out of the car and put her on the side of the causeway.
Now, mind you, my hair was
right
blown up
next to
looking
the-
like Don King. You know?
I got on my knee there, and I said, "Would you like to marry me?"
Yeah. And the only thing I remember from
Oh.
that night, because it was so beautiful, was when I got back in the car. He goes, "Look at your hair."
Her hair was because of the wind. Because of the wind, it was very windy on the top of the
And I
bridge.
laughed. We laughed
Yes.
all night. I was
But
like,
it was magical.
it was
very
magical that I'm looking like.
Yeah. We had gone
Oh.
to a mall earlier,
Yeah.
a Merritt Park Mall, and we just
It's just-
drove. I just I was trying to find the right moment.
Yeah.
To do it.
Yeah.
And that was the
Yeah.
right moment right there.
So we
on
got
the
married
causeway.
4 months later. We met in
4
August
months
2nd, and we
later.
got
No,
married.
we met August 9th.
I'm sorry, August 9th, and
And
then
Okay.
we got
married
married
December
December
9th.
9th.
Yes.
Okay.
And we've been
Okay.
Oh.
married in December. It'll be 4 years now.
Mhm.
Oh,
4 years.
beautiful.
That's our
Oh.
story.
Gosh, it's such a beautiful love story. It
Oh.
has the makings of just everything, like a movie.
It
Just a chance
does.
meeting.
Yeah, it was very
And-
serendipitous. there were so many things
Yeah,
that had
so
to go
many
wrong.
things.
for us to
Yes.
meet.
Right.
I wasn't
know?
supposed to be at the airport that day. And then,
Right.
To miss my flight.
yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
The
absolutely.
layover. It was like crazy things that had to happen.
She had her angels everywhere.
Everywhere.
They were just
Everywhere.
infiltrating everywhere. They were all
Yeah.
over the place.
And just
They
like
were
you
all over.
say yes again. So I was widowed, just to give you a little backstory.
Mhm.
I was
Okay.
widowed, and I gave myself some time to grieve. He died in 2020 and
Okay.
on November. So I gave myself from November to January to just do some shadow work and a grieving. And then
Mm.
after January, I made up my mind to open the curtains and let the sun in because I didn't want to
Okay.
sit. I just didn't want to sit in grief like I did with my mom,
Yeah.
dad. I lost so many people in my life that I know what that was going to do to me. And I just didn't want
Okay.
to go into that deep pit like I did with them. So I said, you know what? I'm going to give myself some time. I gave me some goals to hit. And then I opened the curtains, I let the sun in, and then I went to take my daughters to some therapy, and I got therapy too.
Oh,
And
wonderful.
tell you that therapy changed my life because
Yes.
it helped me
Yes.
to examine who I was, what I wanted, and if I wanted to try again, And
Mhm.
so
Yes.
in my mind, like this time I'm gonna try again, but this time I'm gonna go for what I really want, And that's
Mhm.
when I wrote down what I wanted in a person and what I wanted in and I put the order out into the universe to God
Yeah.
to, out there. And it's like it delivered everything.
Yes.
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 And
It
how.
delivered everything.
Yes.
Look at him.
Yes.
I'm his third. So
Mhm.
Yes.
He's-
She really, embodies everything that I love in a woman, and she's so strong. She's
Yeah.
so lively. She's so, she's so bubbly, and all our
Yes.
conversations end up in dancing or kissing or well, she's just so full of energy, and we
Yeah.
just make the best out of every
He
moment.
found out I'm goofy too. I'm a little goofy.
Yeah, actually, it wasn't until a few months into our relationship that we were in a restaurant in New Orleans. Yeah, New Orleans. We were in a restaurant and they were taking pictures. And I go back and look at the picture and she's got this goofy face on. I'm like, you got a goofy side,
Personality.
Okay,
My daughter was like, Mom, don't show him your goofy side in the
I love
beginning.
it. I love her goofy side. I fell in
Beautiful,
love with her over
beautiful,
again. It's like crazy.
beautiful,
Yeah. So we were
beautiful.
together, me with my bad jokes and her with her goofiness.
And the goofiness. Right.
We're
Yeah.
having fun. We're just having fun.
Yes.
And
Yeah.
you know
So
what?
they-
The thing is, you get to be something that you always were. Like I think in the first relationships, we try to be
Yes.
so perfect and so that we're not really ourselves.
Right.
That
Exactly.
as life goes on, you realize,
Yeah.
hey, you know what? If he can't take me like this,
Yes.
then you know what? Bye.
Exactly.
Right. And especially at that thing in this time in our lives as well, being in
Yes.
midlife, like we've been through so much.
Yes.
We're ready to just be who we authentically are
Exactly.
and show up that way.
I love the
Mhm.
fact that you were married several times, and after you had gone through what you had gone through, you healed. You went and got therapy for yourself and your daughter. You allowed yourself an opportunity to heal, and then you opened your life up again.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
And that your angels put this gentleman in close proximity, and now here you
Yes.
are.
Yes.
Now here you are. So it's a beautiful. I hear courage. I hear humility.
Definitely. Yeah. And I hear also, someone had said this to me. I think we had talked about it recently about, sometimes you're given second chances.
Yes.
And then sometimes you might even think that, was this luck? Like, did it just happen that way? Because was it luck or was it divine intervention? But a lot of times we have to expand the space or open the space to even allow divine interventions. And if
Yes.
we want to call it
Yes.
luck or second
Yes.
chances or whatever, to even happen, right?
Yes.
Because if
That's
we keep
true.
ourselves
Yeah.
closed, none of
Exactly.
those possibilities would even exist.
That is
This was
so
so magical.
Yeah.
When I first heard the
Yes.
story as a man, it brought tears to my eyes. And I'm kind of
Yeah.
looking around like, am I supposed to be doing this? But it was just so magical.
Very
No, it's true
magical.
that I give thanks to the Lord every day that He gave me the wisdom to recognize the moment when I found the one.
Mm-hmm.
It's the opportunity. I mean, how many people do you meet all the time, and you never know who could be the
Mm-hmm.
one? And He really slapped me in the face that day and said, "This is the one," and make
Yeah.
it happen, and
Yeah.
take the leap of faith, and I did, and it
Yeah.
worked
Awesome.
out to be the best thing I've ever done in my entire life.
And then we
That
also
is
gave each other some ultimate. I said, listen, you come out of the bag, I'm out of here. I can't do this 25 again. Okay.
Right.
And I said, now if I come out of the bag, you better run too. Now let's not hold each other prisoner if we're not happy.
If we're not
And
happy,
I think that's where we
absolutely.
have to wake up to, like, are we really happy? Or like, if a person is holding us back, let them know.
Okay.
Or be honest. And I think
Yes.
that was
Yes.
our big thing. We were honest with each other and how we felt. I didn't want
Yeah.
to lead. And that's one thing I've always been. I didn't want to lead him on knowing this not gonna work out. Let me just leave. Let me see how this.
Right.
Mm.
Exactly. You do know. Yeah, I definitely believe that as well.
Well,
Yeah.
you guys seem to compliment one another so very well. And if I could add when I met Lisa, just a real quick point here. When I met Lisa, I remember, I don't know, maybe 2 or 3 o'clock in the morning, not being able to sleep. It was like a magical moment for me. And I said, what am I doing here? I got up and ran to my restroom and wrote a poem on my glass mirror, and I started sweating profusely. And I'm like, what is going on? So I know you guys have given us a synopsis of your love story, a beautiful, eloquent synopsis. But Will, you're in the hot seat here. Out of everything that evolved and happened, taking into account her angels that were strategically positioned throughout the course of you guys meeting, when would you say precisely was that moment that you knew in your heart and soul that she is the one?
Well, I don't think it took long at all. I mean, a few minutes into our conversation, I was already smitten. I mean,
Oh, tell him you did.
this beautiful woman.
Remember a few minutes into your conversation, what did you do?
Oh yeah, when we were at the macaroni grill, when I had already missed my flight, and we were sitting down for dinner. She had ordered some food, and I had ordered a wine, and she had a rum and coke, and in one point of the dinner, she had her hand on the table, and I went ahead and reached over and put my hand on her hand and
I was like,
kind of gave it
"Oh."
a gentle little squeeze, just because I wanted to see her reaction. I wanted to see,
Mm.
you know,
There was that
she
energy
was
there.
she was
Yes.
accepting of me, or she was,
He didn't
not
he didn't take his
unsure.
hand off though. That was the
I
thing.
kind of left it there, and I
Left it
kind of
there,
held
y'all.
held her hand, and I wanted her to know, without actually saying something very, profound. I just wanted her to know through physical reaction how I felt about her. So
Oh,
Yeah,
it
that's
beautiful.
worked.
beautiful.
It worked.
Beautiful.
Energy was exchanged, and I think it was a positive.
I didn't go like this.
Yeah, she didn't pull away, and that gave
Yeah.
me more confidence, and
To keep
yeah,
pursuing. Yeah,
so
yeah.
we kept engaging, and it
Uh,
was a nice thing. So it didn't take long. I think
Okay.
the turning point really was after we had the longer conversations at the in the parking lot by the
Okay.
uh by the hotel, when we kind of like talked about more uh you know deeper things about life
Okay.
and about family and stuff like that. That's when I really knew that she was the one.
Mm.
Oh, beautiful.
Yeah, definitely.
Beautiful.
Yeah. And what
Beautiful.
about you, Constance? I mean, I know you said after, what was it, 3 days, you said, "I love you" to him, or you sent him the text. So what was that moment that made you feel like you could just go ahead and send that?
Mhm.
the moment when
That
I
he was the
told
one, that he was the one.
moment I told him what I wanted, I think.
Okay. Okay.
That right there was like, "Imma tell him what I want, and let me see if he
Mhm.
delivers."
Mm.
And
Mm.
then, like you, Tony, I went home that night or after we left, and, I couldn't sleep. I couldn't sleep the whole night. I was like, "Oh my god, what just happened? Is this?" I literally couldn't sleep. I was up till, like, maybe 6 in the morning thinking about him.
Wow.
Yeah. Yeah.
Did I
Wow.
I
really
couldn't
find
sleep
him?
either, but I just picked up the phone and called her.
Well, yeah, there you go. Intentional.
Very
Yes.
intentional.
And like you mentioned, sometimes people think more than they,
That
share their
right.
true intentions. You
Oh
have to
yes.
go for it. Will saw what he wanted, this
Hmm.
beautiful lady, Constance, and he went after it.
Yeah.
No
Yeah.
I
fear,
think
no
that would be
apprehension.
one piece of advice that I would give older people,
Yes.
uh, when they are like in the situation. They're at the grocery store or whatever, and they're standing in
Yes.
line, and there's an interesting person standing next to them. Don't hesitate to strike up a conversation. See if,
Mhm.
there's a reciprocation there, or if it gets to be a little more interesting, and just be friendly or whatever, and just
Yes.
people just they close up and they don't open themselves up, and people love conversation. They love meeting people, you know.
Yeah.
And I think that's the advice that I would give to people is don't be afraid to strike up the conversation. You know.
There you
Yeah.
go.
We do live in a crazy world, I like to, even when we went viral and people were making these comments, I did put in there, I did a background check, okay? Hold up, wait a minute, we know,
Call the girlfriends.
you know? So I did a background check, he did, have some things on there that, he drive a little close to people, he got a little couple of infractions. I'm like, "Hmm, you a tailgater? How'd you know I'm a tailgater?" "Oh, don't worry about that." Look. Um, so
Miami
I
traffic.
love it. I love it.
Blame it on Miami traffic.
I love
me and
I
So
my
do
love
girlfriend
your
was like,
due diligence, ladies. Do your
yeah,
due
due
diligence.
diligence. You gotta do your
Yes.
due diligence and use that gut feeling, that internal gut feeling that God gave you. That get that
Yes.
Mhm.
that got me out of a lot of situations in Chicago growing up. That gut feeling.
Yes.
Yes.
It's an internal thing that we have that we can know when pump the brakes or keep going, and
Yes.
this gut feeling that I had over him was so overwhelmingly filled with like so much love that man,
Mm,
I couldn't
beautiful.
resist it.
Yeah, yeah. Well, you mentioned the fact that, your story now has gone viral, right? How many
Mhm.
views now do you have?
Woo! Between the one site on TikTok from this, T Erica, that was 500,000 views. Then,
Wow.
500,000.
yeah, that night when we decided to tell our story, I think
Yes.
that night we did over 20,000 views, and it
20,000.
Wow.
and that's when somebody just sent it to her, and then she took it
Yeah,
further.
yeah,
But now it's
yeah,
coming again
Mm.
on Facebook and on YouTube again, coming around,
Amazing.
and that's
yeah.
how we got on the Portia show. Well, the producer called us for that because she
Yes.
saw it again, so it's keep going around and around. So
Oh,
we were excited because we took those views and we kind of created the Del Toro life.
Mm.
Uh,
yes.
on our TikTok, we got
Okay.
over 1,000 followers so far,
Wonderful.
and just growing. And people are finding us and listen to the story over and over, and it's like it's giving them hope. We had
Yeah.
no
Yes.
idea
Yes.
that there was so many people out there like us who wants to find love again, but they're too scared or it won't happen to us.
Mm.
We weren't even looking and it happened.
Mm.
So we were just like thrilled that this audience was there, even men and women, men and women.
Yes,
Yes.
men and women. That's
Oh,
what we're
yes.
finding as well too, men and
Yes.
women. And people
Yes.
do. They want to know or like you said, have some hope, that there's the possibility that, there's someone out there for them.
Mhm.
Right.
People love love
They
Yes.
in
love
general.
love.
Yes.
Yep.
Yeah.
That is
There
Yeah.
was
wonderful.
a lot of negative, like, "Oh, he coulda been a stalker, he coulda killed her, he coulda," and then you get the people on the internet who come to your defense, "Oh, stop being a Debbie Downer, we love
Right.
this
Stop being a
story."
hater.
Oh, and I have responded to those comments like, "Yeah, he could've," and then they say, "Oh, he's probably after her money or whatever." I'm like, "Look, just because 'cause I'm a business owner don't mean I got money now. Hold up. He had more money than me. He had a house. I didn't?" So it's like people have their own mindset of,
Yes.
you know, what they think is and it's like
Mhm.
I don't even bother with comments anymore because it's like people are gonna think what they're gonna think. But I have responded to a like, hey, listen, we building a business together now. We're a team together now.
Yes.
He has contributed to the point where I have another location uh
Yeah.
Oh, fantastic.
in Miami and we're just growing this thing. So
Yeah.
work make the dream work and love on top of that makes it even better.
Yeah. So even like us, like the two of us, we're starting to kind of build a business together as well. And we
We
know
are.
that, sometimes that comes with challenges and,
Yes.
it can comes with it comes with
Oh,
some
yeah.
obstacles as well.
Yes.
So tell us a little bit about like how you do that as a couple. Like, how do you be in business together, but also kind of be in this loving relationship?
Well, I mean, we have two locations. We have one in Bayside in Miami, and we
Okay.
have one at the Orlando airport in Orlando at the
Mhm.
international airport. So we have a home in Orlando and we have a home in Miami. So we go back and forth. And before, we only had a very limited amount of employees in Miami, but we
Okay.
decided to go ahead and fully staff that location to the point where we don't even have to be there.
Oh,
Wonderful.
So
wonderful.
so that gave us the freedom because before it was like, oh, if there's something going on in Orlando, I would put her on a train. She would come up, on the Bright Line. She would come up, and I'd miss her for like a week or two,
Mm.
and
In
then
the
she'd
beginning.
she'd come back down. But now we did that. We fully staffed the Miami location, so we have the freedom to be together
And then with the
traveling.
Wonderful.
Orlando location, we don't even have to be here. It's already fully staffed. So
Yeah.
Wonderful.
Yeah.
we basically have the freedom to be
Yeah.
anywhere. Mm,
So I think that's the main thing is when we expand and we get other locations, I think the main thing is to make sure that that location is self-sufficient so we don't
Mhm.
have to be there, or maybe at the very beginning just to set it up or whatever and, you know,
Keyword delegate.
delegate. Because I think that
Amazing.
is the
The key.
the key is figuring out a
Yeah.
way. to travel together and to work together all the time, and it
Right.
makes things so much easier and so much less stressful on the relationship.
And then the
Mhm.
thing about it is this business that we have now is
Yes.
we're handing it off to the ones that are running it for us. So the
Right.
key, I've been to a lot of networking meetings and things like that. We don't want to work the business. The key is not working the business so that you can do other things,
Mhm.
right?
Yes.
So that you can expand. And delegating is so hard because I've been doing this for like
Yes.
9 years
Mm.
and this is my baby. And it's
Definitely.
like, you gotta do it my way or the highway, No, you gotta put things in place, make
Okay.
sure that they know what to do and just let it go. You can't
Yeah.
hold on
Yes.
to it
Right.
forever, you know?
That's another important aspect is very hard to find good employees. But
Mhm.
Yes.
you do have
Mhm.
to put your faith in the
Yeah,
employees that you know have performed and
right.
are trustworthy and everything.
Yes.
It gives you more
Worth it.
freedom. And now we have the
Definitely.
freedom to do stuff like this, So
Yes.
Yeah.
Be
Yeah.
on saying yes again. And we
So
appreciate it.
delegating and having that right team
Yes.
is important so that,
it's
Yes.
you're
hard.
able to have your own time together outside
That's
of,
it.
right,
That's the
Find your
key.
business.
time back.
Yep.
Yeah,
Finding
definitely.
people that's gonna really help you to grow.
Yeah, definitely. So we had this episode, right, honey, on
Behind the
Behind
boss.
the Boss.
Yeah.
Yes, yes.
We did it. We did an episode about you before meeting you guys called Behind
Really?
the Boss. Yes.
Oh.
And the Behind the Boss is how to date a professional woman, right? And for
Okay.
men, we talked about how to date a woman who wears many hats, kind of like you and Lisa. William in the hot seat again. How do you
Yeah.
support Constance and her goals, and what advice would you give men about dating boss women?
She wears a lot of hats. This is true. She's very good at multitasking. At one point we had 5 different locations. We had Fort Lauderdale, we had Tampa, we had New Orleans, Miami, and Orlando. It was crazy, but she is and always has been a very busy woman, and it's incredible. I think the one uh tool that she has that sets her aside from everybody else is that she's a paralegal. So the
Okay.
whole legal aspect of every business, she's got that taken care of. And that's what a
Mhm.
lot of a lot of business owners are lacking. You know,
Mhm.
Okay. Good
they're
point.
worried, oh, now I got to get a lawyer to do this. I got to get a lawyer to that. Is this legal? And she already got that area all taken care of because it's in her hand. She's dealt with many of these legal battles that other people struggle with.
Right.
Yes.
So the thing about it is I I don't feel like I have to compete with that.
Okay.
I let her do what she needs to do, and I just concentrate on the things that are my strong points. You
Mm.
Okay.
know, like the mechanical side of,
Mhm.
for instance, we have a small fleet of vehicles. I take care of all the maintenance and all the everything, all the
She's covering her hands, yeah.
right. Anything
Jesus,
that
thank
breaks, anything that's technical,
they call him Fix It
I
Felix.
come in and fix the printers or whatever needs,
Everything.
cabinet doors falling off, uh,
All the maintenance on the vehicles, oil
yeah.
change,
And then
different all the hard stuff too.
we
Right.
just purchased a home in Orlando and we had to change all the plumbing. It's like I've been Mr. Plumber. But in that respect, we've saved a lot of money because I'm sure all this stuff would have been very, very expensive.
Yes,
Yeah.
So I
definitely.
concentrate on the technical and the mechanical aspect, and the things that are my fortes, and I let her do her thing with all the social media and the running of the businesses, and
Oh,
Great
yes.
teamwork.
and we make a great team. You
Great
know,
team.
yeah.
Teamwork makes the dream work. Yes.
Yes, yes.
Definitely. Definitely.
That's wonderful. So I think you probably answered this question already about what message, you would give people who are skeptical about finding love later in life. So is there anything else that you kind of want to add to that at all?
Mm, well, other than, like I said, when you're in the moment and you have that feeling and you're next to somebody and, you know, you're thinking about, should I say something? Don't hesitate. Just go ahead and say it and engage and make that move. If I wouldn't have struck up a conversation at the counter with her and been a little intrusive and ask her questions,
Oh,
you know,
Just a little intrusive.
I think I did mention to her that she didn't have a ring on her finger
yeah, he
in the
did.
conversation. And
I love it.
I think she even caught me because like the counter was like at the end and I kind of moved
He
from the
wiggled his
front
way over
and
to
I moved
check
to the
me out,
side,
y'all.
to check out the
Love it.
profile, and I was totally in love at that point.
Yes.
This is beautiful, tall woman. I was like, oh
I'm
my.
not that tall though.
Oh,
So
man.
yeah, I think that would be something that people shouldn't hesitate. And the other thing is, if that person reciprocates and call you, answer the phone.
Engage.
Yes.
And
Yes.
because if you initiated something and they're kind enough to call you back and
Yeah.
answer your interests, don't forget about the call or don't leave it for later. Answer
Right.
it.
Don't leave them on red.
If you can't talk right away, say, "Hey, look, I'm in a meeting or I'm busy. I'm
Right.
doing
Right. I'll call
something
you right
with
back.
my family. I'm in an event or whatever."
Just an
But
acknowledgement.
the moment you disregard or disrespect that person,
Stay out.
they
Next.
might be too busy or too
Right.
to come back to you again. So
My
Yeah.
advice is to get, therapy, get some shadow work done.
Mm,
Yes.
yes.
Even if you don't go, like, talk to yourself, like look at yourself, look inward, because I think a lot of the blessings that I received was because I looked inside. And I,
Mm.
my late husband wasn't here to defend himself because people say, it takes two to tango. A lot of the comments were like when we first started talking about our love story, and I was like, yeah, I was in a tumultuous marriage. I mean, 25 years. They were like, he's gone. So why? And I was like, nope, I'm not saying what he did wrong. I'm saying what I did wrong. I can't speak for
Mhm.
Correct.
him.
Right.
I know what I could have done better because it does take two to tango.
Right.
And so I said, I'm gonna work on myself. 'Cause
Yeah.
you to give somebody who you are, you got to be, healed, you know?
Yes. Yes.
So, I had to
Definitely.
work on a lot of things myself, and I had to work on a lot of things, like, so that I wouldn't bring that extra baggage into what we have. And a lot of
Mhm.
people hold on to
Yes.
what happened to that with that one person. I remember my therapist said, "But that was him. You can't blame
Mhm.
him for every other guy that's gonna come into your life?" So
Oh, wow.
That's deep.
Yeah.
It's like,
That's
wow, 'cause
deep.
sometimes we do that. We sit there and go, my last one did this and this and that. Well, I'm not him. I'm somebody else? So he said, you got to concentrate on whatever that person is. That's who you got to deal with.
Yeah.
Who are you right now? Are you going to bring that old person into this? Or are you going to be a new
Exactly.
A new
Exactly.
person.
Exactly.
Yeah. That's
Exactly.
some
That's
that's some good
experience.
advice.
Yeah.
Definitely.
So, in lieu of this beautiful love story, it's not like you guys aren't doing enough already. What would you say is next up for you two?
Woo, we got so much stuff going on. So we have decided to write a book, and
Oh,
it's going to be
amazing.
both of
we've
us
already
writing
started
together. We
it.
started it.
Mhm.
His perspective and my perspective, and we bring it together.
Mhm.
We're telling our journey from each side.
Mhm.
Yes.
And then that book is going to turn into a rom-com, a romantic
Mm.
comedy.
Oh,
And we're going to
wonderful.
have everything listed on our website, thedeltorolife.com.
Okay.
And we're working on that book. It should be coming out in the next couple of months. So
Okay.
Beautiful.
I
It's
see
gonna
big things for us with
it's
this
gonna be
story.
cute. It's gonna have, little aspects of everything that happened in those few days and her little angels will
Yes.
be in
Yes.
it.
It's gonna be
And
funny.
yeah, it's
It's
gonna
gonna be
be it's
yeah.
very
Oh,
serendipitous type of rom-com. It's
Yes.
yeah.
Yeah. Oh,
Something
I
different,
There's
love
so
but
many
that.
things that I mean, like if Ashton would have went into work that day, it wouldn't have happened.
Right.
If I
Yes.
would miss my flight, it wouldn't have happened. If I wouldn't have booked the layover, it wouldn't have
If he
happened.
didn't take the bus.
If I would have
Right.
taken the express bus coming back, it wouldn't have happened. You know, there's so many things that
Yes.
had to happen just right
Yeah.
or just wrong
Beautiful.
for it to
To
become
go right.
what it did.
For it to go right. Yes.
Oh my God.
So the book
Well,
is
we
gonna be
can't
called
wait.
Love on Arrival, and it's gonna be in the background of the airport.
Airport.
Love on Arrival, and it's gonna be interesting. It's gonna be a nice twist and turns.
Yes.
Love on Arrival. So the main place that they'll be able to find this book will be
The DelToroLife.com,
DelToro.
and they can find us on the DelToro_life on TikTok and on
Okay.
Instagram.
Okay,
Okay.
perfect.
So
Perfect.
Okay,
we have it
perfect.
all posted all over. So
Yeah. So make
Great.
sure you guys follow them on
Yes.
social media and look out for their upcoming book. We're so excited and so happy for the both of you.
Definitely.
For all the blessings that are
Definitely.
happening, you know,
Yes.
in
thank
your
you
life.
very much.
Yes,
This has been
Yeah, it
absolutely.
was such a
fun.
pleasure being on your show and your podcast, and it was
Yes,
great to meet you guys. We love your energy.
absolutely.
I have a question. So what's next for you guys? We love this podcast.
Thank you. Yeah, you know, we are just looking to expand our brand as well.
Yes.
So, you know, we have what's called these mature mixers where we invite, you know, singles over 40 looking for love to come together. So we're
wow.
planning some future mixers.
Yes.
We have some retreats that we're thinking of doing also later on.
Ooh.
And also been strategically compiling some information, all the episodes of our experience via our relationships to expound on a book.
Yeah.
So we have a lot of things that are happening.
Yes.
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 Just like you guys. Yes.
Yeah. So
Yes.
who knew that,
Absolutely
you know,
love it.
a beautiful love story could just evolve into so many blessings and so much abundance.
Yes.
And I love
Yes.
it because we were in a America's Favorite Couple contest, and there's so many people out here who have so many different love stories, and it was just it was overwhelmingly. We were in the top 3.
Mm. Oh,
3,
wonderful.
4 or something like
Beautiful.
that.
Beautiful.
But to read all of those stories, to see how many people like us over a certain age finding love again, you know, that we could have this much fun in our midlife, you know. I
Yes.
didn't think that
Yes.
it could be this
Yes.
fun. I thought, man, after he passed away, I was like, okay, well, I'm gonna settle down into old age.
Right.
Well, we
I
got
did too. I did too.
Like it's
I was the
over.
same way on that plane trip back. The whole time I was thinking, I'm just gonna be single old guy with all my little projects in the house. And I love tinkering on cars, and I'll just be, you know, that guy just lives on the corner there, and just fixing all the cars, you know.
And now I'm like, no tinkering. We got to go. We got to
Yeah.
do.
I love it.
we
I
so many-
love it.
I mean, there was this one story that we have that's it's kind of like Mission Impossible meets Inception. The way we
Yeah,
did it,
yeah.
we had to go and plant an idea in the CEO of Carnival Cruise Lines, and we
Oh, it was so fun.
it
was
was
so
so
much fun.
incredible how we did
He
it.
felt like he was 007.
Yeah,
Oh, wow.
We had to go into a room that
we got dressed up. We bought these basic tickets. We didn't even buy the right tickets.
no, we didn't buy the right tickets.
We bought these basic
The
tickets
basic tickets were $500 a piece.
to go to a gala, and we went to the gala, and we were able to sneak into the room,
The room was $1,500.
where the CEO
I was like, I ain't
was.
paying $1,500.
He was receiving an award or something, and we managed to
We got in.
get in there, and I ended up having a conversation with one of the admirals who was now a board member on
Carnival.
Carnival Cruise Line.
And I met the CEO, Arnold Donald, and I
Oh,
pitched the
wow.
idea, and we ended up getting the contract.
We ended up getting the
Oh, amazing.
Stuff like that. That
Oh.
was back
but
a couple of years ago.
The way the story plays out, you think you're in a Mission Impossible movie. It was
Yes.
We've been having fun
the
moments
way
like
we
that.
did it.
Yes. Yes.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Oh, we love that.
Throw that into the book too.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah,
Yes.
because that happened
Definitely.
right before we got married.
Yeah. That was when we were
Yes.
dating.
I
Yeah.
can't wait. We can't wait. We can't wait to read the book, and we don't want this to end. So after this podcast, you know, we will definitely stay in contact and stay
definitely.
connected because
Yes.
we have so much in common.
And we
And
ready to go on those retreats too. Let us
yes,
know.
yes, yes, yes.
Yes, definitely.
Absolutely. So we just want to end with some rapid fire questions, some of which you already answered. So we're going to go right to, okay, what would you rather? Sitting at home and watching a good movie or going out on a dinner date?
Ooh, that's tough.
We
love our movie nights.
we love our movie night, but we do like to
But
go
we do like to eat out too.
enjoy a good dinner.
That's gonna be a 50-50.
I
I
kind of
like movies and she likes to
Another
eat out.
I know.
Me
I know.
too. Me too.
I mean, yeah, and I just made this little contraption because the way our room is set up,
Oh my
we're
God.
kind of limited on space. So I made a little contraption that kind of lifts the TV up
I said, who we think we
at the
is?
footboard. It came out
So you're
pretty
at
good.
the movies.
So now you really want
so
to stay
now I
home.
like watching movies every night, with the
You're at the movie.
new TV contraption. Yeah.
So 50-50 on that one.
Okay.
Who's your favorite celebrity couple or personal couple? Who's your favorite celebrity couple, if you have one?
Celebrity couple
I kind of like Michael Douglas and
and Catherine Lee.
Catherine.
Really? I didn't know this. I don't
Well,
really know
maybe
what,
you have a couple that you just know personally, that
you know what,
you
you know who
emulate.
I really like their marriage and the
Yes.
couple is the lady who took over Regis. Oh man, I can't remember her name, but she's been married to the guy and they have like 5 kids and it's been over 30 years. I can't remember her name, but I watch them every now and then. I love their relationship.
Okay.
Mm.
Okay.
I can't remember her name, but my
Okay.
favorite celebrity who I even want to do the movie with, I would love her to portray me, is Nia Long. That's my girl.
Nia Long.
Yes.
Can't go wrong with Nia Long.
No.
Yes.
We
She's
still
my
working on
girlfriend
his
too. My
Yeah.
girlfriend.
character. We
We're
still
not
working on
sure
it.
yet.
Will.
I was going to ask Will, who would you like to play you?
Oh,
Are
we
you still
already
working?
know. Tell them.
I was gonna say Antonio Banderas, but
No.
I think I got
Antonio
shut down.
Banderas.
I got shut down.
That would be interesting.
Put some gray
Yes.
on. You can put a beard and some
You
gray
can
on.
put a beard on. Well, great. Well, again, thank you so much for sharing your story with us, spending time with us,
Yes.
being
Yes.
vulnerable and open, and
Thank
all the
you.
wonderful things that you're doing. So don't forget, guys, to follow them on the DelToro_life, right? On Instagram and
Yes.
TikTok.
Yes.
And then visit DelToroLife.com,
Yes.
which is their new website.
Yes.
Yes. Yes.
Yeah. So as we wrap up, we want to just remind you that love can happen at any time. You can have this new chapter. It can surprise you at any stage. And we want people just to know that love is possible in midlife. Right?
Yes.
So this is the Saying Yes Again podcast. Don't forget to follow us on all social media at Saying Yes Again on Instagram, TikTok, YouTube, Spotify, Facebook, Apple Podcasts. So you can view this podcast on all those platforms as well.
Yes.
So don't be strangers.
Please.
Okay. Thank you.
All right. And we'll talk to you guys soon. And thank you again so much.
Thank you. Have a wonderful day.
Thanks for having us.
You're very welcome.
Okay.